All right, guys, look, man, I think this is the one that we've all been waiting for. We are on the Masterbuilt Portable Charcoal Grill. We got a 12-pound pork shoulder, and we don't need these. All right, guys, man, this one definitely aims to be a show of firsts. Yes, I got a 12-pound pork shoulder. Yes, I am going to run this pit on AA batteries. And yes, I got some hickory chunks here all ready to go. Now, the only thing left to do is to figure out how to fit this into that. Let's get going. Guys, I want to thank today's sponsor, Redia. You're going to get a security lock, a protective base that's going to prevent it from falling over and dust from entering the chamber. You got a flame temperature that can reach 2,500 Fahrenheit. You're going to be able to roast tomatoes, breadcrumbs, caramelized sugar atop a creme brulee. You can sear a steak, melt cheese, plus so much more. The Gallery Backyard Barbecue is proud to bring this cooking torch to the channel. And look, we will be giving one away. Stay tuned for that. And also, I have secured a 20% off. You can grab one of these direct from Amazon for about $12 shipped. That is a steal. Thanks, Redia. All right, guys, stay tuned to enter. This is a definite good torch, as you see me clearing off the board. And there is our 12.5-pound pork shoulder. And look, all I'm going to do with this is just remove that top fat cap, and she'll fit. It'll be squishy, but she'll fit. Oh, yeah. Oh. And of course, Uncle Steve Shakes Competition Pig Powder will go perfect for this. I want to keep it the flavors that I know. And look, this video is going to be more about the battery operation, more about the wood chunks that we're going to add, and more about just keeping time and how long and how good it goes than it is the pork shoulder. But I will highlight the pork shoulder from here and there, and I can tell you, if this bad boy can pull this off, we got ourselves a clear champion. Oh, yeah. Now look, I am not going to go into the particulars on lighting this pit. I got a video out on that. You can see information on that in the description. I'm going to add 2 chunks of hickory and then fill it up with the rest of the fuel, and away we go. Oh yeah, batteries. Oh. So look, I do mention this later in the show, but 4 AA Energizer batteries are going to cost you under $4. Oh yeah. Well. Oh, gee, it's a little bit, but she squishes down a bit. All right, guys, look, man, it is 9 a.m. I'm going to be very precise on these times and temps. Now, look, I'm just going to go by the dial of the Masterbuilt. I know the 20 is about 250, so I'm just going to work it to there. I'm going to try to keep this in that 275 to 300 range. And again, this is about the batteries also, so it is 9 a.m. And let's see how long we got how long the fuel's going to take to burn down. I got 2 chunks in, and also how long the batteries take till they start to die out, man. This is going to be definitely going to be good. And also, to get in on this giveaway right here, it is hashtag Rieda. I believe that's how you pronounce it. That is R-E-I-D-E-A, R-E-I-D-E-A, Rieda. Hashtag that down into the comments, and I'll pick a winner from there. Unfortunately, USA only. All right, guys, look, we are 2 hours into the cook. A couple of observations here. We're holding pretty steady at that 275 Fahrenheit. And I can tell you with these batteries, man, the fan is very efficient. The pit is very efficient. When it hits temperature, the batteries, it shuts right down. The fan shuts right down. Could be 2, 3, 4, 5 minutes, whatever, until the fan kicks back on. And it only goes on for about 10, 15, 20 seconds, it seems, and then it shuts back down. So that is That is definitely pretty cool. I am going to go in, give it a spritz. Everybody asks me about this. I got information down below in the show notes if you want to pick one of these up. Of course, sticker not included. Let's go in, let's check it out. Let's give it a quick spritz. Also check that fuel. Again, 2-hour mark. Let's see. Oh yeah. Alright guys, look, as you can see there, I am monitoring the cook with a temp probe and also monitoring in the house. We are a little bit more browner than usual, no big deal. A lot of fat in this pork and it can definitely handle it. 2 hours in, we're just going to let this puppy run to the battery start running down, or the fuel starts running down, whichever one comes first. I'll bring you back at that time and also give you the what the clock says, how long it took to get to that point. Stay tuned. All right guys, look, we are 3.5 hours in, and look, the batteries are humming along. The batteries are doing good. The temperature is starting to drop. We are at 230 or so, and that's from pretty holding steady at that 275. So we're going to go in together. We're going to take a look at the shoulder, hit it with some spritz, and then open up the compartment for the fuel and dump some more fuel in. Come on. All right, guys, look, I'm going to leave that hood open. I'm thinking probably if we get another 3 hours out of this load here, that'll be about 6.5 hours. I may have to pull the thing out, dump it safely, and then hit it with another starter and hit it with more fuel. No big deal. We will check that out at the time comes. But other than that, the shoulder is looking pretty good. The batteries are going strong, I would say. So far, so good. All right, look, we are at the 5.5 hour time limit, and the batteries are still humming along good, but our fuel is starting to drop. We're about that 205, 210 range. Now look, to be fair, when I put the second batch in, we weren't quite all the way out. So this time what I want to do, and people have asked to do it, I will take out the hopper. I will carefully dispose of the fuel that's in there, and I will do a relight with a full batch of fuel. Let's go in together. Let's take a look at our pork shoulder and pick it up from there. All right, guys, look, one thing to point out here, when I did dump the ash, she was definitely full on the bottom, so you will get no more than 2 loads of fuel before you have to definitely do a dump, and figure about 5.5, 6 hours at about 275. She's been hanging out there pretty good. Let's go back in. I've got my fire starter in. Let's give a couple minutes there. We'll hit it with more fuel, shut it down. She gets up to temp pretty fast, and just go from there. And she's about 170 across the top of the inside the shoulder, so we've got a couple hours left. All right, guys, I wanted to bring you back for this update. 7 hours and 45 minutes, and we lost our batteries. So that ain't bad, man. If you're getting over 7 hours from 4 batteries, man, I think that's pretty efficient, man. You can easily do a couple racks of ribs on batteries, man. How could you beat that? The shoulder's still going. We're about 185, 190. The pit's holding steady at that 275 Fahrenheit or so. She's getting a little bit crispy on the bottom, a little bit crispy on top. We'll take a look at that later. I really don't want to disturb it by opening it up. Other than that, man, she is just purring right along. I'm hoping to get this thing done within the hour. We will see. Other than that, I'll see you in a bit. All right, guys, look, man, here's the rundown. We are a little over 8 hours in. The batteries lasted about 7 hours and 45 minutes. And I've had 3 changes on the fuel. Look, that ain't bad, man. This thing is definitely a player. Now, look, the shoulder was probably a little too big for this pit. It's a 12-pounder, kind of squished up on the top. She got up to about 195. I want to get it off. The whole thing, as far as I'm concerned, is a success, but I want to get it off. I want to get it on the board. It is dinner time, man. It's been a long day. I found out what I needed to find out, so I am perfectly happy with that. Let's go in, let's open her up, let you guys take a look, and then we'll go from there. So look, we had a little bit burning on the sides, but hey, man, this can take it. There's not a problem there. Again, do it all over again. I would have picked 2 or smaller ones, maybe 6, 7 pounds each, or just 1 7-pounder, and you'd be fine. Other than that, man, I mean, this thing is, like I said, man, this pit is definitely a player, man. I am digging it. I'm going to let this rest for about, only about 10, 15 minutes. Then I'll see if I can pull it apart, give you guys a look, quick taste test. I want to make sure I get that wood, and then we'll close out the show. All right, guys, look, man, not super tender, but hey, man, like I said, that is definitely on me. I pulled it soon, but I had all the information I wanted to see. The bone was almost a clean pull. Got some meat stuck to it over here. I'm just going to leave that there. Just get in here. I want to get a little taste on a select piece. I got a little sauce right here. Cheers. You know, look, man, definitely got a hint of the smoke. Not a lot, but a little bit. Also, you know, it was cooked on a charcoal. You could definitely get that. Bark is good where the bark is good. And Uncle Steve's shake is right there, man. I get a good hint of that. Again, man, that is it. I don't know what else I can say. I mean, you know, I've pushed this sucker to the limit with a 12.5-pound pork shoulder. I've also babied it along the way with a rack of baby back ribs. She could have easily took 2 or 3 racks. It's ideal for the rack of ribs. 12-pound, a little bit too big. Maybe go with, like I said, a 6 or a 7 or 2 5s, whatever. A small one, maybe a boneless. Other than that, man, that is it, man. I am perfectly satisfied with what this pit can do. I mean, 7 hours and 45 minutes on 4 batteries, man. That is pretty good right there. I am going to cut out of this one right now. I appreciate you guys for watching and following along with me on this barbecue journey. So look, man, until next time, we will see you soon.